We would like to wish the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, a very happy Independence Day.
Yes.
And if you want to hear the greatest podcast in the world, go to YouTube and search out at NTTFGPOD. I'm Rock.
And I'm Archie.
Well, our opinions, they might not matter to some, but...
What are you doing in there?
It's a podcast.
Immature, crass, trashy. And those are their good qualities. These poor schmucks are a couple of IQ points away from eating paste. But when it comes to music, sports, and comedy, well, that's all they know. You're listening to
Not These Two Fucking Guys.
Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, nobody knows it. My two little daughters are rocking that on the way to fucking school every morning. And then they do that backup part. Nobody knows. Like, yo, they're fucking doing backups.
Did I Elton John?
Yeah, they had to do it for like a school for like end of year recital type thing. It was very cute. And they did
Don't go breaking my heart.
do you know I don't know much Elton John, but do you know The Bitches Are Back?
The bitch is back. It's
Or
called.
the bitch is back.
Yeah.
So they did which do you know the movie Hocus Pocus?
I heard of, yes.
Hocus Pocus 2 came out, and there was a song that they all sang. Bette Midler, SJP, fucking the other one, the witches are back. So she's doing that shit.
Were you the one to tell me that Elton John's great on the piano, but he sucks on the organ?
I did not hear this song in full yet. I wanted to play it for you for a little bit, and I wanted to get your take. So I started to read the lyrics, but I didn't listen to it fully. We didn't start the fire. But
I'm a big Billy Joel fan myself.
This is from a band
Kiwi.
This is from a band called Covered from Fall Out Boy. You heard about this?
I did. I heard about it. I didn't hear the song, but I heard about it.
All right. So what do we got going on here?
SEO.
We got Fall Out Boy.
I heard they updated the lyrics too.
Updated the lyrics. Can you hear this? Which right off the bat, right? Like this, love it. Like a rock band, right? Just a rock there, but like just like a rock version, cool rock version. Captain Planet, Arab Spring, LA riots, Rodney King, deep fakes, earthquakes, Iceland volcano, Oklahoma City.
I fucking hate it. Sorry, I fucking hate it. Hate it. I fucking hate it. I'm sorry. I don't want to ever fucking shit on an artist. They're fantastic. They're so good.
They got
I play a lot of their shit in my cover band. This song sucks.
Why?
Absolute dog shit. Absolute fucking dog shit.
May I ask why? I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing.
He has one of the best voices that I've heard sing, and this sounds like he's. I don't know. Fuck this.
Next.
Fuck this.
Now, what about him adapting the lyrics to nowadays?
Twilight, Michael Jackson dies, nuclear accident, Fukushima, Japan.
It sounds too fucking jammed in there, like it was shoehorned in there.
Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man.
Come on, dude.
I don't know. Well, a lot of people are making a big stink about this.
They made a big stink. It smells like shit. Did I mention I don't like it? Gross. Gross.
Is there anything that you could take away from this?
No, I can't. I take away that I fucking hate you for playing this right now.
But you can honestly say that he's a good vocalist, though.
No, he's a great vocalist.
Yeah.
His voice is it's sick. He's a great singer. This is not good. Ugh. Oh,
Okay.
so fucking forced and fucking shit.
All right.
Ugh.
All right. So you're saying you're not going to go back. I'm going to go back and I'm going to listen to the lyrics to see if there's any potential there.
I just think that the Billy Joel one's such a classic. Like, you don't need to update it. Like, we know.
Yeah. Now he would have definitely, I'm assuming they would have definitely gotten Billy Joel's
Sure.
blessing to do this.
Yeah.
Billy Joel was like,
I don't give a fuck.
no, he's like, do me a favor, play me a little bit of it.
Mm.
Yeah, you can put it out.
Yeah. Does
Ain't
mine
gonna
sound
hold
better? Oh, it does. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Put it out. Sure.
He's like, go ahead, kid, put yours out.
Knock yourself out.
You're cute.
Pinch that fucking cheek of yours. It's dude. I don't
See
dude,
the lights on Broadway. Oh, fucking Billy Joel. Ugh. How do you feel about Billy Joel in general?
I fucking love Billy Joel.
Do you really?
Absolutely love Billy Joel.
So do you love Billy Joel like I love Springsteen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you like Billy Joel a little more than I like Springsteen?
I'm not gonna judge on how you like Springsteen because that's how you feel, but
yeah,
I think it's fucking neck and neck.
Okay.
Love Billy.
Billy Joel is I like he's one of those artists that like I'd like to see once, and I think you've seen him probably twice, right?
I've seen him a couple of times. Yeah. So he's ending his residency that is spanning over 10 years, I think, at the Garden. He plays once a month.
Wow.
And it's ending. He's just like, fuck it, I'm old. I don't want to do it anymore. He's like, what am I doing here?
I don't want to schlep it to the Garden.
You're gonna schlep over to the Garden from fucking Long Island.
Could you imagine? Like, there's dudes out there that would suck an ugly dick to do what he does once for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes.
You get to play a sold out MSG once a month.
But it's all you know.
It's funny. He like talking between songs and he's like, yeah, basically I call this the same old shit tour.
Because he's just playing. He's just
so good. So good.
Was there any time better than the other? Or was he just like both times excellent?
He's just excellent. You know, I saw him when I was younger as well. The last time, so you know what a fucking ZZ Top fan I am. Billy fucking Gibbons comes out and they play fucking a couple songs together. I was like, come on, dude. This was meant for me, wasn't it?
This like, do you ever feel like
they gave one back? They gave one back to the kid. He deserved it, right?
That's awesome. Good for you.
But yeah,
I know. I'd like to see him once. Hopefully he does. You know what that means? That means if he plays like twice a year now, 3 times a year. What's he doing? Monthly right now?
Monthly, yeah.
And then
I want to say it goes till next July, so we have a year. Well, let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's worth it. And I'm not a fan so much. But there's that one song. What was that one song I said to Liberty? I'm an idiot. Oh, Glass Houses. And the song is called All for Lena. God, I love this song.
It's a great song.
That to me
deep cut.
Is like
deep cut.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that like is he playing?
He won't play that at a show now.
Really?
Maybe by request.
But like if I held a sign up with my tits out, like would he fucking like Lena?
They might be the biggest ones he sees all night. Yes. So potentially.
I remember I said that to Libby, to Uncle Lib, when we had him on. Like I like that song. Like to me, that's like fucking Billy Joel right there. But then like we also, when we were growing up, right? Going back to when we were kids, like In the middle of the night. Like, that's a great song. River of
Yeah,
Dreams.
that was like towards the end.
Of
That
course,
was
but that's towards the end. That was
no, it was
30
good.
years ago.
Yikes.
But that's a good song.
The last song he ever wrote was called Famous Last Words.
He's got other ones in the can.
That's it. He said, I'm not writing another song. Famous Last Words.
Famous last words.
Write that
Yeah,
the fuck down.
I will. Real quick, just want to say one thing to you. Did you know that since we're on our golden era of 80s hits, did you know Madonna was hospitalized with a serious bacterial infection?
Yeah, what happened? She stuck something weird in her
They show a picture of her, bro. That's not Madonna.
I mean, what do you want, dude?
That's not Madonna.
She's
That's
been in
not
the
Madonna.
public spotlight since the 80s.
But why do you? But do you have to fucking do that to yourself? Do you have to, bro?
I think eventually they think that whatever the fuck I'm gonna do to my face looks better than wrinkles and getting old.
I guess
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Like what I have in my head is blonde, short hair, and it's open your heart.
Yeah.
That's Madonna, and that's where I'm staying. That's it.
You're gonna live infinitely there.
That's it. Yo, Rock.
What's up, dude?
I'm excited about this one today, my friend. Ooh, you know how I like new music, right?
Yes, you do.
I talk about new music all the time. Now, I'm not necessarily saying this band is new, but I just started listening to them and I'm a fucking fan. So let me run this by you. There are definitely a bunch of traits I look for in a front man, front woman to lead a powerful rock band. And I think our next guest nails a lot of them, my friend. Powerful vocals, raw emotion, magnetic energy while delivering lyrics that speak to the struggles and triumphs of the human experience with an undeniable coolness, may I add. Welcome to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast, lead singer and mastermind behind the band Ovtlier, Joey Arena. What's up, son?
What's up, guys? Wow, that is truly an intro. I appreciate all those kind words.
I think I read somewhere that you because for some reason I thought you lived on the West Coast. I think
No.
you're you're a New York guy, right?
I'm a New York guy.
So I put a little
Nice.
fucking salt and pepper on my intro for you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
We're New Jersey, so we're not too far away, bro.
Oh, there's an East Coast thing, man. You guys get it.
Yeah.
We're built a little differently on this end of the states.
Just to put us on the map, we're not too far away from Dingbats.
Oh, okay, cool,
Okay.
awesome.
Which I know you'll be playing there soon. We'll get to that.
Right, yeah.
So, brother man, thank you for coming on the podcast. About 2 months ago, I think it was, on my little Alexa show, little screen, right? I think it's a show. I listen to Octane all the time, and I'm sure you get this all the time. I heard you through Octane, man. And I just saw that name come up, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that says, but I like what I hear. So I'm just gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna keep going with it.
Yep.
And I did a deeper dive, and I'm like, oh, I really like these songs. I really do like these songs. These are well produced too, may I add. So I just got into you guys and I found out more, and I'd love to get you on the podcast, and this is awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. No, dude, thank you. Again, I appreciate the kind words, and I'm stoked you like what you heard. And no matter how many times we hear the Octane plug, and it's good to know that, I like hearing it because you like to know where people discover you. So Octane really is a driving force behind our growth and our fan base. So
Octane's big for you guys, from what
Oh, yeah.
so
we're
awesome.
very blessed to have them in our corner.
So there's so many things I want to get into. All right, first off, I think Buried Me Alive was the first song I did hear of you guys, but lately I'm hearing Heartless, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So I listened to Heartless, and I'm hearing so many influences. I'm hearing new school, old school, both in one track. I'm hearing, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Sleep Token. I hear Power Man 5000. I hear, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I hear like little trap beats in there, like programmed, right? Like
Yep.
shit like that. Ah, man. Then rock, check this out. Heartless synthwave reboot, fucking dope. Dude, I thought it gave me such a Lost Boys feeling. Do you remember the movie Lost Boys?
Oh
Because
yeah.
it has like that synth in there, that 80s synth.
Yep.
But Heartless is out right now. Please tell us a little bit about Heartless. And I think this is like one of the biggest singles that's blown up for you, know?
Yeah. Heartless is doing very well for us. So Heartless is a very personal song that I was finally able to release and I kind of dive into with my pretty much my emotions on experiencing my first and only abusive relationship to date. And
Mm.
it's kind of a plug that men, we can be abusive, but we can also be abused as well. And I think that it's like, I never wanted to talk about it because I never came from a family where you really talk about your emotions. Men are men, you rub some fucking dirt on it and you call it a day. And and I treaded gently over the years with my lyrical vulnerability and stuff because I never wanted it to come across as opposite of that. Like there's a nature to being tough, and I'm going to throw quotes when I say tough, but and I never want to lose that. I like that because it creates, it's like a callus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It creates resilience. There's a thicker layer of skin. I mean, it gets you through your everyday life, that callus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So eventually, so my grandmother, who pretty much raised me, passed away 4 years ago, and it just completely fucked my world up. It was the first time that I ever experienced depression, to the point where I couldn't get out of bed, and it just kind of eventually got me into seeking out a grief counselor, and
Okay.
in that process, she almost without my therapist even knowing this probably, but like she helped me kind of like, so you got poets that write about sadness, right?
Yeah.
Then they just have some deep shit that cuts, and there's people that relate to it, but a lot of the time the poet is the one that's releasing that pain because it's no
Okay.
longer burdensome to carry that. And she brought that up to me, and she's like, you need to start, what if you started using your music, and you pride yourself on authenticity, you pride yourself on like writing some very real shit and portraying it in your videos, but what if you like started releasing this hurt that you carry? What if you started releasing these like very um significant, I guess we'll say traumatic experiences? So me and my ex to this day, which is funny because we're actually friends now. So I felt bad releasing it now that we're cool. But back then I was like, so I'm like, hey, so I'm gonna give you a heads up. I'm writing this song. And this is, but it happens to actually be her favorite song, which is funny too, though. So but
That's funny.
she, she's a person that comes from a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt, and a lot of toxic fucking relationships. So her brain is programmed to think that this fuckery is normal. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, I'm not boyfriend of the year by any means, but the worst that I really will say that like all my exes can agree upon, and I put it out there, even when I go on dates with girls, like I just put it out there. I'm like, listen, I'm not a very emotional individual, so you're probably going to get annoyed. Like I'm kind of like just, calm, collected, very reserved in my feelings, reserved in my emotions.
Yeah.
And, and that's the only complaint I really ever heard. It's not like I'm abusive, controlling, anything of that nature. I'm just very emotionally closed off. But that stems from childhood as I continue to learn and kind of unbox my own bullshit. And I don't want to be that way. So I don't really fight my exes to like oh, you're fucking crazy. Like, I agree. I'm like, nope, you're all right. Absolutely. I can't like,
I got me.
yeah, I'm not gonna like sit here and pretend like you guys are all wrong. I mean, you're all saying the same thing. So, but anyways, me and my ex had a very, very crazy relationship, and then in the process, I had that significant loss with my grandmother,
Mhm.
and then I just fast forward over time. I was like, I got to release this animal because I had so much fucking hatred towards her. And then I became this person that was so like not welcoming to anybody new coming in my life. Like any girl that was like interested in me or wanted to get close to me, I was even more fucking closed off than before. And it's almost like I look at hurt and trauma and all this stuff as like, if you're not really, really fucking self aware and you're not really like diving in and unboxing your own bullshit, you're going to carry it into relationships. And then you actually affect that other person. And then that other person could possibly carry it into their, it's almost like a virus.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so trauma can be like a virus if it's not kind of like, really like highlighted and brought to the forefront if you're trying to really like, not repeat history for yourself and like also hurt somebody, you know, unintentionally. But you could still hurt somebody, just because of your own shit. So I think it's very important that people kind of try to work on themselves before they like just go bring in the baggage from the last thing into the next thing and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
So
sorry, there's not really a short answer for
no,
that.
that's great. That's actually fantastic. It's good insight.
Yeah.
So before this and this relationship that you had, where did you find your inspiration to write? And do you think that because of this bad relationship or stuff you went through with your grandma, do you think that it broadened your horizons and it's easier now?
It's never easy, but I will say that I am such a person. Like I really like putting myself in uncomfortable um, situations, as far as like, you know, that there's gonna like, I really don't want to say some like cliche meme shit, but again, right, like comfort zones. So like, if you stay in your comfort zone, you're gonna have predictable results, and that's what I think. So if you really like push yourself and try something new, it might open a door to something like another path of ease, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's a release. So I believe that I'm not the only person in this world, although for a long time, I always felt like all my shit that I went through my life, I think that people find comfort in knowing that they're truly not alone with whatever they went through in their life. And, I think if I can do something and I'm releasing something and somebody benefits because they get to relate to it, I think it's a win-win for both parties. And but it's not ever been easy. In fact, every song I try to become more and more vulnerable and push myself to it. So it's just something that I think I'm determined to do, really.
Well, if you weren't fucked up, you would write shit songs.
That's true. That's true, man. That's so true.
We'll put it in layman's terms.
Yep, absolutely.
So that's, I mean, there's one thing that comes out of, trauma and, that those type of situations that happen in life.
Right.
A way you can release and a way that you can help other people and help yourself. Yes.
Absolutely.
I hear that. Your ex she didn't happen to be the girl in the video with the split tongue, was she? Or no?
No, I mean, could have been her. She went to hell and came back. So,
all right. So I'm just, for my own, that's really like that. You hired her, whoever that girl is.
Yeah, Jen. Yep. That's her tongue.
Yeah. Jen. All right. No, it's good. Listen, it's the way you wear it. So just do it. Go, girl.
Dude, she owns it. And honestly, like, because I already had like this story written in my head, I mean, it wasn't really too far because I pretty much blatantly ripped off Jennifer's body. But I'm like, I really want this like this person that could come back, serpent like, and really like, and she does a lot of like extreme Cirque Lay type of stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, some of the carnies that watch this may correct me on what I'm saying here, but like she does suspension stuff. So she's just wild, as a person, but she's an amazing person, and she's so kind, and she was so easy to work with. And she had came out to one of our shows on like our winter tour, and she was just like really excited about it. So it was awesome. She just had an awesome look for it.
Nailed the look.
Yeah.
Nailed the look.
Nailed the look. No, so for people out there, please check out Heartless on YouTube. So what we're talking about is, one of the girls, like she's almost like she's eating them all up. Has like a serpent tongue, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's a cool video. I just look at that tongue. I got all right. No, it's dope. But talk to us about Heartless, the synth version. So all right. So like I'm a sucker for fucking 80s music, and when you throw synth in there, I'm all about it. No matter, and it's obviously it's got to be peppered in nicely, obviously, with your style. Why did you guys do a synthwave reboot? What was this about?
So you may like this then. I have a solo project. So my last name is Arena, and I have a cheesy solo synthwave project that I've been wanting to start for years.
Okay.
And I finally put it into motion about 3 years ago. And so it's full synthwave, super 80s tribute. And I wanted to hear what Heartless would be like if I merged the two worlds, because some people who know me from both worlds, I was like, let's get creative here and see what we could do with it. And Heartless being like a dark song, I was trying to see what we can do with it creatively and try to make like a decent song out of it. But it seems to be going over pretty well with people.
Dude, what the fuck was his name? I'm just bugging out with this, but like, remember Andrew McCartney McCarthy in Mannequin?
Yeah.
Like, I picture him like driving, and I'm hearing your synth beat and shit.
Dude.
I'm sorry. Like Lost Boys, I hear like it just makes me feel like that,
Dude, that's why I've been wanting to do it for years, man. That's why I started that project. Like I did a Van Halen cover. Originally, Sammy Hagar got behind that as my like debut single. So it was like, and then I released two originals, and then I actually have like 5 songs I'm about to drop again for it. So it's like I put Outliers in the forefront, but it's fun because like when I'm in the studio, I get to like have some fun and do all the 80s shit. But dude, it's such a true 80s nod. Like I try to keep my synthwave stuff very like it's a complete nod to the 80s. I know some of the new stuff is more like cyberpunkish. But I'm like, no, dude, it's true respect to all the 80s. Like I want to close my eyes, see the Goonies playing in my head, and I want to write a fucking song to that. I grew up on all that shit, dude. And it's funny you said Mannequin, because I grew through these spurts of like what movie I want to fall asleep to for like a couple weeks, and Mannequin was like this fucking movie I had on repeat probably about a month and a half ago.
That's awesome. Oh, I love those movies, man. Yeah, so we're probably around this. We're all around the same age, kind of, and I think like that genre, it's one of a kind, and you hit it pretty well if you're going for that type of shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
FYI, my partner over there falls asleep to Hillbilly Jim and Big John Studd. That's what he listens to, fucking 80s wrestling as he goes to sleep.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We lived together for like maybe a couple of years, and I woke up, went to the bathroom, and I hear, oh no, off the turnbuckle. What the fuck is he? What? Big John Studd. Jesus Christ.
That's awesome.
It brings me back to a simpler time, Mark. A simpler time, okay?
Yo, speaking of simpler times, right before I hopped on here, I'm in the middle of that American Gladiators documentary. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, the 30 for 30.
Dude, I'm like in the middle of it right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Is it worth? It's
worth watching? 100%.
All right.
Oh, dude, it just takes you down like 87, 89. It's like diving into 1990. It's like, I don't know. It's funny because I was like very, very young then, but that show, I watched it religiously in elementary school.
Oh
So
yeah. No. I mean, I used to remember. I felt like I was young enough. I remember it, but I didn't know like time. Like, oh, it's always
Right,
on at 11 a.m. I just
right.
remember it like vaguely. I would catch it on Saturdays for some reason. I
There
just
is
Right,
after like wrestling and shit was over.
Yep. Yep.
and I would see this. I'm like, fucking Nitro. Let's
Nitro,
go.
yep.
And they're with the fucking balls, with the tennis balls.
Yep. Oh, dude.
But I don't know how much of you've seen so far, but like it gets, you got to see like they were like trying to like hurt these contestants. Like they were like it was getting pretty brutal. But you don't realize that when you're watching it on television.
Dude, they were just saying that like how the amount of injuries that they had, and like right now they just got a new director, and like they're like changing it now. So now it's becoming like better. But they were saying that first 13 like episodes were just complete throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Like it was the most
fucking great
winging it TV show I think that they probably have ever had on TV. It sounds like it's wild.
Yeah, I do remember that from childhood.
It's crazy though too. That when they show you like the raw footage from like the tryouts, and you see like a line down the block, people trying to be contestants on it. Like holy shit! I didn't realize then how popular it was, but.
Dude, speaking of Lost Boys, fucking Billy Worth. Did you see that? How they're like Billy Worth came in, and he's like this scrawny like actor and stuff. And, like, and I'm sitting there waiting for them to show Lost Boys, and no, they show like some other movie when his hair was like shorter. I'm like, Billy Worth from Lost Boys. What the fuck? It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, Arch.
I will. That's on my to do right now. The Bear on Hulu. Do you know the Bear?
Oh yeah.
The dude from Shameless.
Yeah.
Shameless. Lip, the brother Lip. He's got a show on Hulu. The Bear. It is for a fucking show that doesn't have like action. My palms are sweaty. I'm fucking like. It's about him in Chicago owning a kitchen, owning a restaurant, and fighting with his family and the whatever. It's just won't even go into it. It's too crazy, but it's awesome. I'm in the middle of that right now.
It's good, yeah. Time. Okay. All right. You can always check out a good show.
Yeah. Hulu's rocking lately with good shows. So tell me, I'm always interested in this because I'm a music nerd as far as like how shit's put together. How much are you like, is everything done by you for Outlier? Like are we going into the studio and the beats and the bass and the guitar? I have rhythm. I have lyrics. Are we soup to nuts, or do we have a collab with people that you trust?
It depends. So the first EP was a lot of it was me, and then some with my producer. And then as you keep writing and building, I mean, so I'll say this: I have final say of everything that goes in, but it is usually me and my producer sitting 2 computer chairs, this close to a fucking screen, and we're passing a guitar back and forth. Or I'm like, well, what if we did this? Or I want to try that, or I want to do this. So as far as like, I mean, full transparency, I don't give a fuck because it saves time, so much time. But all of our drums are programmed because honestly, like, dude, fuck miking a drum kit, getting tones. Like, unless we got a label paying for that studio time, I'm not doing it. So
I was just gonna say, man,
amen.
Studio time.
Dude, and it's funny because 3 of my producers are all drummers. So like, and they're all like elitists. So I mean, like, if they're okay with it, I'm okay with it. I'm no drummer. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care. So
we
that's like that's like I have like nightmares of that. We go in the studio. They spend the first day, 2 days miking the fucking drum, make it perfect, and then I have like 10 minutes to do the vocals.
And I respect the art. And I respect that, he's getting the sound.
Right.
But it's like in today's world now, it's like almost like, you hear this? You hear what I just did in 33 seconds? Like,
dude,
like, let me put a little more time into this avenue. And then all of a sudden, like, look what the fuck I have.
Dude, if you record drums now, I'm going to take a not so insane stab and say that you're in the minority, because every big band that I know, big bands, without outing any of them, like massive relevant bands, are programming drums because I'm in the studio with some of these bands. Like, we have to share some of the same producers. So like, yeah, I see what they, what everybody uses and stuff like that. And dude, at the end of the day, it comes down to the mix, man. Like it's again, we live in a world now where it's about faster, right? So everybody's got the attention span of lab rats. So we got to get things out faster. So that 1-2 days of miking a drum kit, getting tones. Okay, are we happy with those tones? Because there's only so much play once it goes into mixing. So, but if you get a drum kit and it's all midied out, you could take that kit and you're like, I want more of a metallic kit. I want more of a, organic sounding kit. Like you can literally change it up, change your cymbals, everything's custom. So
I like a Bonham type bass, and let me
yeah,
get can I get a Lars snare with a?
Yep.
It is. I know. I mean, the last time we recorded was probably, it was a while ago, like 17, 18, I think. But I haven't been I've only been in a studio maybe like 5-7 times in my life as far as recording something.
Yeah.
But we did it on electric kit, and I'm
Yeah.
like, how is this going to sound? The first,
however the fuck you want it to sound.
all right, so when you get initial recordings back, it's fucking raw, and it might be
Yep.
like some well, this is like fucking sample guitar anyway. This isn't even real. You know what I'm saying? But like, and I'm just hearing the drums like that. I'm like, this is a fucking game changer.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, this is yo, years ago, this will go back a while ago. Do you know who Bumblefoot is? Ron Bumblefoot. So he recorded an EP of ours, right? We recorded in South. He has a house, if he still does, in like South.
I think it's
South
near
Jersey?
Princeton, right? It's near Princeton, around there, Route
I
1
think
area.
so. Yeah, we're in his house. Not his house. He just has his house to record, but it's fucking a disaster, right? You're just walking over shit, and we go up into his room, and he's putting together the kit, one day, right? So our one guitarist is like getting nervous, like, what is he doing? He's Honduras. We always make fun. What is he doing? so Ron goes, I'm miking the kick drum. Do you think I should mic the kick drum?
I'm
Like just fucking with him. He's like, Archie, he doesn't know how to mic the kick drum. Like, okay, I'll mic the kick drum. Meanwhile, he's a fucking musical genius.
Right.
He's just fucking with him. But like, I remember the whole, like, he took the time and he set up. I mean, what year was this? 2010? I don't know. But like, he set the kit up. It was fucking nice. It took him a while to get the sound and everything. But nowadays, bro, it's just fucking, let's go. Let's get it done.
Dude, it's I've done it both ways, man. And it's funny because one of my old bands, we started working with digital drums. I remember the first time I used digital drums. It was me trying to get out of my purist self and then trying to like accept this. But once I looked at like how fast we put together a full length, I was like, yo, fuck real drums. I mean, I'm sure my drummer and every drummer and every elitist is like, yo, fuck you, man, you fucking cheater. You're like, shit's fake. Yeah, okay. So like, no, dude, I just, again, I think really it comes down to, it's not a matter of, I think they sound better. I think it's just genuinely like, we can just get content out faster. That's all that it is. It saves that time. Like it, and you're that studio bill, it adds up fast, man. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Especially when like schmucks like us that didn't go anywhere. So fucking,
well, I mean, dude, anybody, bro, anybody, even if you're like, it doesn't matter. It's anybody that gets busy.
So how's you have some shows coming up, I believe, right? Starting what is it what do we got here? 8th?
So we have 2 tours. We're going out in July for a tour,
okay, good,
and then we're going out for 2 weeks then with a band called Life Right Now. And then we go out in August with Any Given Sin and Shallow Side. That'll be about 3 weeks. And then we come back and we got some other tours that we're close to announcing and wrapping up here. And then, yeah, our schedule is filling up really fast. And we're already booking for January right now. So things are... We got a new agent and she works like a fucking animal and she's awesome. She's amazing. So she keeps me busy.
That's awesome. Is there so but still on your end? Is there a lot of DIY? Like,
Oh, dude, absolutely, man. I
how's
drive
that?
I drive my managers nuts, man. Like I'm so hands-on, but I've been used to that though, because I've had the managers that were like, you know, if they didn't have good news, they never talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've also had the guys that are like, oh, I could do this and I could do that. And I mean, I learned that one a long time ago. So when I created Outlier, I was taking all that I learned, um, the labels that I had been on, and really just like I I went back to the drawing board and really understanding the music business, like business 101. I own a remodeling business, and music, like any business is business. It doesn't matter what you're selling and what you're doing, right? So it's the same thing. Um, it Once I learned like the label and the guts of a label and what you need out of the label and stuff like that, I started applying it to to this band. And um, we've been, and I'll say it, like pretty much DIY on steroids. You know what I'm saying? We've held out on some offers that we've received over the years, but it's been nothing that I am willing to sign the publishing over. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything that I'm willing to sign, any music rights away. So if the right deal comes along, we'll do it. I mean, I'm not really eager to, like I said, get in bed with a label unless that deal is, I feel that they really want us, and both parties would be happy, partnering up. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like we're in a really good position, and it's very rewarding to be able to be on Octane and have the relationship that we have with them, and the relationships that we have with these like massive bands, and everything is just about being like just a like authentic. You know what I'm saying? And they're just like, nothing's fabricated. We're not buying our way into anywhere. We're not paying to be on Octane or whatever anybody thinks. Like that is just Vinny and Jose and everybody over there just being fucking amazing to us. And I'm not sure how or why we deserve it, but we're just grateful for it every release. And, because of them and their support, I think we're doing pretty good here. So
That's awesome. Do you, what struck me about your music is that you fit, you wouldn't classify, like Archie said in the intro, maybe into one style, but it seems like you always try to balance the song. Like if there's like a thrashy part, well, all your choruses are very catchy, which we love.
Thank you.
But if it's a thrashy part, and you have the heavy vocals, and it's balanced out by a nice melodic chorus. I mean, you can see a lot of thought goes into your music, and I'm assuming that's by design.
Yeah. So what? It sounds like you're describing "Blame the Dead" when you say thrashy. So,
Yes.
So "Blame the Dead" was literally me going into the studio. I like to write on the spot. So whatever I'm feeling that day, I don't want to have this, because I have like an arsenal of riffs in the back of my fucking mind here, but like it might not feel like it's the move right at that moment. You know what I'm saying? So like "Blame the Dead," I walked in and I remember looking at JD, my producer, and I go, I want a new metal meets thrash song. And he looks at me and goes, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm like, just hear me out, hear me out. And he's like sitting there and he's like, what are you thinking? And I'm like, so that riff, da 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 da, like it was like, or da 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 da, like it was very like a Korn written new metal riff. You know what I'm saying? And like, and then all of a sudden, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was listening to so much fucking Ride the Lightning that week that I won't lie that it's probably like snuck its way in there and shit. And then I was also listening to Hardwired and like, a little bit more of the newer Metallica stuff. And I mean, I love it, dude. I'm not one of these fucking artists that's gonna sit here and go, dude, like I really like dove into it. I have no influences. I just kind of like no, dude. Like I listen to Korn and Metallica and I'm like, I want to fucking, they're both going to have sex and I'm going to have a song out of it. And that's it. So like, I mean, it was really just, awesome. I wanted to see if we could make it happen. I want a song like that. And I want to push the envelope of this band's sound. I want to see what we could do as I grow as a vocalist. I want to like see what I can do. I want to push myself. Like I said, I like to push myself in a lot, like different directions and step outside my comfort zones as much as humanly possible. And I always got to have a catchy chorus, though. That's for sure. So I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you picked up on
100%.
that. You got to do it, man. You can't be too much in the other direction. You got to bring it back with a hook. So
Don't bore us. Get to the chorus.
that's it, man. Right?
That's it. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. So like my goal with that is to just keep the listener guessing. I want everybody to keep coming back, so nobody can go, oh, they're going to put out another song like this, or at the same time, if they do hear the element of thrash come back up again, they'll kind of go, oh, they've already introduced this on a different song. I see that's why they're playing this now. Like, and that's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's as you keep scooping up your fans, they're going to be like, why are they doing this? So it's like, well, if you revisit some of the old shit, you'll hear that we were fusing some of that in there.
Blame the Dead, me personally, gives me an All That Remains feel.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
So,
That's
like,
that was literally, so like the chorus for sure. I said, like, I want like old school metalcore, like Lamb of God, As I Lay Dying, All That Remains, Kill Switch Engage. Like, I want that old school shit, in that song as well. So
good. No, I that's one of the tracks I even wrote down that stuck out to me, because I was like, because I'm listening like to Heartless and Buried Me Alive and Living Dead, right? Those are big fucking hits for you on Octane too.
sure.
And I'm like, and then I hear this one, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna go do I'm gonna go do chess now. Let's go,
Right.
let's go, bro. But no, I dug this song a lot. Another question I have, like a behind the scenes type thing, like, is it like, would you come out with a single right now? Like, say you got an idea, and you're not gonna hold it back, right? You're gonna flush it out, you're gonna get it out, you're gonna record, do what you got to do. Like, do you just like go, all right, let me just email this to, or whoever, let me email this to Jose? Like, is it like, is there like like almost like a collaboration like that right now that you have?
So it's a little bit more thought out. So we kind of go based on if we think it would do well on Octane and it's worth pitching to. You're kind of, you don't want to like exhaust that too much. You know what I'm saying? Because, there may be a time where they don't pick up a song, and they're like, so as much as it's good to get music out faster for the streaming and like the DSP market, when you go at radio, though, you really want to be a little bit more selective, because, we do go at radio outside of Octane as well. I mean, we're on FM stations across the states as well, but you still want to like make sure your song is a heavy hitter where it will be received by the average listener, because again, you got a lot of first timers out there. So you want to like really capture something. The Blame the Dead's Bulletproof, those songs are like the songs that do very well for like our diehard fan base. Will they do well on a station like Octane? I don't really know. Blame the Dead was on Octane's test drive. It didn't go beyond the week. So
Okay.
I mean, granted, they do only allow so many spots to be in their rotation, though. So it could have just been placed in there as like, hey, it's a favor. I mean, that came together really fast. That was no different than like, my girlfriend writing Jose, and Jose's like, yep, tell the boys they're going to be on test drive tonight. So, but it doesn't always work that way. But it's funny that you brought that up.
Because like, I'm always curious. I'm like, how is, I'll hear a test drive and I'll hear bands like I have no idea who they are. I'm like, who's this? And how do they get there? Like, where was the connection? What is it? Obviously, is it their management that knows somebody over at Octane? Is Octane governing like their music intake and looking at this and going, you want to know what? This sounds really good, but the quality isn't there. Like this doesn't sound like Heartless that we just played, well produced, So I'm wondering if they'd like get a song and they're like, not there yet. Go record it. Come back to us, kid. I don't know.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know beyond our own experience. So you just kind of build your rapport. I mean, we got introduced to Octane through Chris Motionless, and that was really what opened the door for us to be on Octane. It wasn't really like, so like our initial interaction with Octane was solely because of Chris Motionless, not
Very
by
cool.
a management or an email of any sort.
That's good. Nice.
Yeah.
Somebody giving back, bro.
Hell yeah.
So what do we got coming up, man? Besides, I know that you're going to be touring. You're going to be at Dingbats, our local rock club. That's fucking cool. I think when is that on Dingbats? Coming up into August 8th?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I keep throwing out August 8th. I'm going to throw out August 8th for everything tonight.
I think I know we're going in August. I think we have a date in July too. I think we're playing Dingbats twice.
All right, good. We're coming by.
Everything is dude, definitely do. I would love to put you guys on the list for sure.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Everything's listed on our Instagram, our Facebook. People can see the dates. The flyers are up right now. What the future holds is, and you guys are going to get it here first, but we're going to be dropping a new song first or second week at the latest of August.
Okay.
So before our August tour, we will have another song out, and it's a new song called Dead Man Running. So that's the first plug. I haven't even announced this to our fans yet. So
that's fucking great.
Yeah, man. So it'll be we're excited to get that one out. That's a heavy hitter. It's going to keep people guessing. So we'll see. We're going to shoot the video. We actually got to come to we're shooting the video in Brooklyn.
18th will be the second time you're at Dingbats.
Okay. Awesome. But yeah, we're shooting the video for that July 11th, and then it should be out early August. So
and that's probably all fucking DIY, shooting your videos, getting somebody to do that.
Oh, dude, we got this dude Tom Flynn. He is fucking amazing. It's like magic, dude. It's no different than when you find a good producer. You just you trust them, you work with them, you get their vision, or like they get your vision, I should say.
Yeah.
And I call Tom like he's another girlfriend of mine. I call him like handful times, sometimes a day, and I'm like, I got this idea and I want to do this, and this is what I want to do, and what can we do to make this happen? So Tom is amazing. He's done videos for Lamb of God, Buck Cherry, Body Count. He is
nice.
He's the fucking man, dude. He's awesome. So
all right, looking forward to that.
He brings it to life.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, man. Tell everybody where they can find you. And this was awesome. I'm glad we got an insight to see, behind the scenes with how music is done with you guys, and fucking, you're a cool dude. And
Thank you, man.
I appreciate your musical ability to write a good song, a good rock
Thank
song.
you, man.
So
I try.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna look forward to this some more 80s shit too, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. Yo, if you want to check out the arena stuff, let me know. Like if you want to like email me or message me, whatever. Check it out if you really dig the synthwave shit.
Will.
So
I absolutely
I'm into
we'll
all
definitely
that.
check it out. Where can everybody find you?
So Outlier, obviously branded with a V, Ovtlier. You can literally search that anywhere and it just pops right up. Twitter is @OutlierBand. Facebook is just facebook.com/Outlier. Instagram is just Outlier. TikTok is @OutlierSucks. And then, I don't know if I'm forgetting any other socials, but again, just Ovtlier, and it should come up. So,
yeah, man. Again, some catchy shit, and we really like it. So, good luck, and we'll check you out at Dingbats, homie. All right,
dude. Absolutely, definitely come on out, and we can orchestrate all that through Sean and everything too.
Absolutely,
cool.
The great Joey Arena. Everybody, check out Outlier. Good luck, my friend.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one. The great Joey Arena. Very cool. Very cool. I dig their stuff, man. Bulletproof sounds like fucking whatchamacallit. Like a Slipknot song.
Yes. I my influence, no doubt.
Yeah.
Listen, you've done it again. You found me music. You didn't let me down, and you said, "Hey,
that's what I did."
Saves me time. I appreciate that.
You gotta. Hey, listen. Anytime I can help you,
listen.
I just really dig, like, what I'm gathering. Like it.
What are you gathering? I want to know what you're gathering.
That band fits Octane right now in
With T?
2023 fits it very well with the style that's going on and what the bands are out there. But I dig when you do a deeper dive into the band, right? There's always bands that you hear on the radio are like, oh yeah, I think I know that one, but you don't really know until you dig a little deep. Dig a little deep. Check out Outlier. Very cool guy, frontman Joey Arena. We're gonna check them out. They're gonna be playing Dingbats. Check them out online.
Not to be Outlier, not to be confused with you, who's a total fucking liar. Right?
There's a yin and a yang to everything, Rocco.
Whoa.
We're both liars.
Watch your mouth.
With that being said, Rocco, what do you have to say to the people?
If you just heard us talking to our boy Joey from Outlier, you know this episode was straight fire. You're hitting home runs like Mark McGuire, and you know you can't get no higher? Then you just listen to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
We out.
We want to wish the greatest country in the God's...
Isn't it amazing how you could just do it right the first time?
Of course. We want to wish the United States, the greatest country in the world, a very happy Independence Day.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
That's all. I mean, what else are we gonna say?
Uncle Sam, fuck it.
Fuck it.